If you're considering my more affordable neighbor to the southeast, today's video is what you're gonna wanna watch. All the pros and cons of Windsor, Colorado. With a little help from my sister and brother-in-law who've lived in Windsor for the past few years, and having worked with clients who have bought, and we are under contract with a client in Rain Dance in Windsor, we thought this video would be for those that are considering buying, investing, or selling in Windsor, Colorado. What's up, everybody? This is Patrick Soukup with Soukup Real Estate Services here in Fort Collins, Colorado. Coming at you today all about the pros and cons of Windsor, Colorado. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing if what you're looking at learning is everything Northern Colorado, Fort Collins, Windsor, Loveland, Greeley, Timnath, all the above. And at the end of the video, if you've enjoyed the content, consider giving it a thumbs up, commenting, and engaging. And as much as we like making these YouTube videos, we like more working with buyers, sellers, and investors for all their real estate needs in Northern Colorado, including Windsor, Colorado. So give me a call, text, or send me an email. Whatever it is, I've got your back when it comes to moving to Northern Colorado. Without any further delay, let's jump into the pros and cons of Windsor, Colorado. Enjoy. So the first con that I'm going to talk to you about is probably one of the most commonly asked questions that I get from people that are moving into Northern Colorado. How close is the grocery or convenience stores or stores that are of convenience, lumber, hardware stores? And the reason is because people are moving from California, Boston, Chicago, Virginia, Florida, all over the place. And they're used to this commute wherever they have to go. Now, granted, they might live in a major city and it might just be a walk down the stairs to go grab a coffee or maybe even get grocery, or it might be a 25-minute drive into town to go grocery shopping. So that's definitely something that Windsor, Colorado does have options. You know, there's got a King Soopers, a Safeway, but from what I've been told is King Soopers is really the place to be for your groceries, and the lines can get extremely long. It is close to you, but there's a limited amount of options for your grocery shopping. So that town of around 30,000 people are all gonna be taken away, taken into that King Soopers. The lumber, hardware, and other major stores, Walmart's, Home Depot, Lowe's, they're not there yet. If you're looking at needing to do some home renovation projects and heading out to Home Depot, you're gonna have to make your way to Fort Collins. They're just not in Windsor yet. It will surely be coming as this city and this town is growing rapidly. So con number one is limited amount of groceries and not necessarily all of the convenience stores that you're accustomed to in larger metros. Con number two, this is really a bedroom community. Windsor, Colorado does not really have a major employment base or major employers. There was Eastman Kodak, where actually now you can go to Eastman Park and watch your kids play soccer or football, but as we all know, Kodak is kind of bunk. There's a place called Vestas that manufactures the fin blades for wind turbines, and who knows where that goes or what that does. There is oil and gas here, but otherwise, if you don't own a small little shop on Main Street, and that's kind of your owner-operator lifestyle business, there's not a ton of employment opportunities. So you're gonna be commuting to Greeley or Fort Collins, where the population exceeds 100,000 people, and the employment opportunities are much more vast than they are in Windsor, Colorado. So con number two, Windsor, employment opportunities are very minimal, and it's really truly a bedroom community. Con number three. Now this kind of plays off of the lack of convenience and grocery opportunities. This is the lack of adult entertainment choices. if you're looking at going out on a Friday night, getting drinks, appetizers, getting dessert, walking around town, enjoying the atmosphere, you're probably gonna come to Fort Collins. Now, that's not to say in Windsor, you could go to the mill and get a beautiful dinner, go grab ice cream down the road on Main Street, and walk around Windsor Lake in a gorgeous evening. Now, that is definitely an option, but probably one of your only options. And I don't know how many times you can do that before you're just gonna need a little bit of a switch up. So if you're looking at change of options, Fort Collins, Loveland, Johnstown is probably where you're gonna end up going more often than not to enjoy a night on the town, to get some dates out there and leave the kids with the babysitter. So con number 3 is lack of adult entertainment options for you and your date night. Con number 4, second to last con, the schools. So with this community growing as fast as it is, this one school town with almost 30,000 people is getting pretty built out. Now, with the growth and development of Windsor really from the heart and moving out, you've got areas such as Timnath that's going to have people go to Timnath schools and Greeley schools and Severance. But the actual town of Windsor only has the one middle school, high school, and elementary. And with such an amount of people that are moving to and growing with Windsor, that school is absolutely getting kind of overwhelmed, and there will need to be an additional option in the near future. And con number 5, and this is the biggest con in my opinion, and people much smarter than me, I'm sure, will figure it out. But with the growth of Windsor and this main street coming in off of I-25, it goes from 2 lanes heading east and west to 1 lane heading east and west through the heart of Main Street in Old Town Windsor. And there are so many people that this road we backed up for 1 mile or 2 miles, especially if school's getting out on a Friday evening and people are either getting ready to go out or picking up their kids or going to soccer practice, whatever that might be. The main infrastructure of the road system, I have no idea how they're going to figure this out, because I can tell you that a redirection, a rerouting, or something along those lines isn't gonna sit well with these businesses, AKA the Mill and Hearth and different restaurants that have sunk a lot of money into this area. So I don't know if there's even the ability or capability to do that. Hopefully there's some plans, and I don't know what they are, but hopefully people much smarter than me can figure out this bottleneck of vehicles that happen right near on 7th Street and Main Street. And that's, to me, probably one of the biggest cons, because Windsor is clearly gonna continue to grow. And without this infrastructure change, it's just gonna be a pain in the ass. And I don't know how many people are gonna wanna go through that. And so they're just gonna take county roads and just avoid this main area. So the business investment isn't gonna happen because people are just going to avoid this, major issue of traffic. And so if Windsor can figure that out, and however they do it, who knows, but if Windsor can figure that out, well, maybe it's gonna be a more blossoming downtown, vibrant area, more business investment, people moving there, density happening. But con number 5 is the infrastructure of the roads through the heart of Old Town Windsor. Alrighty, so we got rid of the rough stuff, and those were kind of hard to come up with. When I was talking with my sister, it was difficult to come up with some of the cons of Windsor, Colorado, because they enjoy it so much. In fact, we've been trying to recruit them back to Fort Collins. They work in Greeley, and they see Windsor as their forever home. They see as future opportunities and really wanting to be there because of the commute to Greeley is quick. Fort Collins is nearby, and really they're building this awesome community of friendships and relationships in Windsor, which leads me into pro number 1. It's a small town feel that maybe you once had in Fort Collins. Now, Fort Collins is not a major metro. We're not gonna have huge skyscrapers, and traffic isn't terrible, but you don't necessarily know everybody like the conception may be. It is not Mayberry. Everyone's not gonna know your business. No one's gonna know who dated who in high school from there's 4 different high schools and a 5th coming, but Windsor is what is that small town feel. just under 30,000 people and growing, Windsor still is remaining to be a very tight-knit community, but growing tremendously. Rain Dance, Jacoby Farms is development, a time before, Greenbrier, and going east and south and north and west. Anywhere you look in Windsor, the growth is there. So I hope they were able to keep that small town vibe while still being able to accommodate con number 5 of the roads and the growth there. But the biggest pro is definitely the small town feel that Windsor provides. All right, pro number 2, comparatively to Fort Collins, this is Living in Fort Collins YouTube channel. But we're talking about Windsor here. And the idea of Windsor was always a more affordable option to Fort Collins. And it is about 5%. Now that's not necessarily that much. The median sales price as of April 2021 was about $500,000. And in Fort Collins, it was $525,000. So again, about a 5% reduction in price from Windsor to Fort Collins. So yes, it absolutely is an affordable option to Fort Collins, but not dramatically so. You're gonna have to really drive far east and or north to get that affordability that you might seek while maintaining this Northern Colorado feel and opportunity. That's pro number 2, is a little bit more affordable option than Fort Collins. Alrighty, pro number 3. This small town feel is operated and accommodating of small, younger families. So if you're looking for this community of like-minded individuals with individuals that are in the same time of life as you, if you're a young person with kids from anywhere from 1 to 15 or beyond, Windsor is definitely an option that younger families are exploring, which is provided, and the Windsor Rec provides great soccer, flag football, outdoors, team sports that accommodate these young families and the growing need for kids to have sportsmanship and teamwork and to be able to go outside and play and compete with each other. So this smaller or younger family area with the opportunity to still have all of those recreational sports without having to go to Fort Collins or Loveland. So pro number 3 is absolutely a younger family feel, but with all of the amenities of living in a bigger city with all the competition that you don't necessarily have to travel too much. Alrighty, and the last and final pro number 4, how close you are to Fort Collins, how close you are to Denver. Get the small town feel that you are desiring, that you want, the low crime rates, the family feel, the Windsor Rec, while still just being 15 to 20 minutes away from a major metro in Fort Collins and only 45 to 60 minutes away from an actual major metro in Denver with all your professional sports teams. Take advantage of the growth and the future that Windsor has to provide and what it's gonna be. Who knows? I mean, with all the growth all over the place, where does Windsor go? And getting kind of in on the ground floor of this budding community that has 30,000 people, but is growing while still maintaining all of the necessities to major hospitals and grocery and sporting goods stores, hardware, all that good stuff is just out your back door. It really isn't that big or long of a drive, and the traffic is not bad. So pro number 4 is enjoy the small town feel while being extremely close to a major metro. So there you have it, folks. The 5 cons and 4 pros of living in Windsor, Colorado. I hope you've enjoyed watching the video, and I hope you understand a little bit better what is there to look forward to, maybe what are there some opportunities for Windsor to get better. And besides the traffic and the road as far as a con, I definitely think that Windsor, Colorado can overcome a lot of those cons. Schools, grocery, hardware stores, all that good stuff. I think it's just a matter of time before those make their way there. And the pros, one thing I didn't even mention is Windsor Lake. It is beautiful. You'll see it, you walk around it, people are out there playing, and that's a major thing that Windsor wants to do. It's just this small town, cool community, family feel area, and being super close to Fort Collins. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video. And if you guys are considering buying, selling, or investing here in Northern Colorado and in Windsor, Colorado, feel free, give me a call, text, email, whatever it is, I've got your back. All things real estate here in Northern Colorado. Until next time, guys, take care.